Welcome to the second part of the sketching tutorial. I'm going to assume that you set your work into the directory and I don't have to mention it anymore. Uh, I opened a magnifier window here at the bottom of the screen so you can follow the movement of my cursor. In case the video quality doesn't turn out to be very well or optimal. To start the new part, I'm going to click on the new icon, select sketch, type the name of the file, and click OK. Now the part we'll be building today is a symmetric part about a center line. So to draw a center line, it's under the tool, the line tool, select the dotted line, and make sure it's vertical. So you want to see that V. First click, second left click. Now the first geometric element is a rectangle that lies right on the center line, and we're supposed to repeat that and get two identical rectangles. Now you can see that L1's flashing, and to lock this, hold the shift key and a right mouse button. And now the length, L2, shift key and right mouse button, and now you can click. Now we have two identical rectangles. We need a line to run between those two, so we'll go back to the line tool, select line, and vertical. There it goes. Now we have more lines that we need. This line is extra, this line is extra, this line is extra, and so is this one. Now to trim those, you go to the trim tool. This is dynamic trim, this is corner trim, and this is a divide point. We'll be using the dynamic trim, which removes any portion of a geometric element that you click on. So you click on the part you want to remove. This is a line we need to remove, so is this one, a third, and a fourth. Now if you look, you have all the geometry that you need, and you need to mirror this about the center line. So we'll switch to select, drag a box around the geometry, select it. Now notice that you have a center line here that you selected, but you don't really need to select it. So to unselect it, hold Control key down and a left mouse click. Now to select something, you do the same thing. This toggles between select and unselect. So it's Control key while you're holding the Control key down, a left mouse button. So now that we have everything selected, we go to mirror, which is right here, and it's going to ask you about the center line. So this is the center line we want to mirror about, just in case there's more than one. And now you have your part mirrored. Now the step after that is to draw an angled line here, then a horizontal, then angled. And now this tutorial intends to teach you another way of trimming. Now to trim a corner, which means this line, that line, and the corner trimmed anything extended beyond the intersection. But the problem with this, if you do it right now, it's going to remove this whole line all the way back to here. Well, really, you want to keep this line. So you might want to divide this line in two. And this is the tool to divide it. Select the division, and just click any place there. And there is a blue dot there. That's the point. I'm not sure if you could see it on the video, but you could see how it was dimensioned. So you know it's here. Now to trim, we're going to use the corner trim here. And this works a little bit different from the dynamic trim. You click on the parts that you need to keep. So this is the first portion, this is the second portion, and the extension is this, is gone. Repeat for this side too, so we'll select this line, and that part is gone too. Now, we need to line up these 2 points. and those 2 points. So we'll go to constraints, and this should line those two up. So pick this point and this point. Repeat for this side, this point and this point. And now we also need this line and that line to be vertical. So if you only click on the entity itself, it makes it vertical. Same tool. And repeat for this side. The next thing we need to do is to impose the dimensions to match the design intent. Now there is multiple ways of doing this. You could go around and change each dimension individually until you reach the design intent, or there is this other way where you select all the geometry and all the dimensions by dragging a box across it. Now that everything's selected, click on modify and lock scale, so as you make it smaller or bigger, it retains its shape. And look for, okay, that 13.46 is supposed to be 4.85, so just click in there and type 4.85. Hit enter and accept. Now you still need to modify more dimensions, but it's closer to scale. The one thing that I need to show you here, as I unselect, all the dimensions that were selected did become strong dimensions. So later on, when you go around to dimension other elements, those are strong dimensions, so you might get an error message. Now this one is exactly where we want it. The rest of them, you could select them, and remember how we select it. Holding the control key down while you left click on the entities you need to select. Now select them and click delete. Now they're not really deleted, they just became weak dimensions. So now you can go around and redimension everything to meet the design intent. This would be 2.15. This here would be 1.05. And we need two more dimensions. We need a dimension from this line all the way to the bottom, and we need one from this line all the way to the bottom. So click on dimension. Now we need to dimension from top to bottom, and click on dimension. I'm going to select the top line and the very bottom line, left mouse click, and middle mouse line. And we have 4.26, which is very close to what we need, 4.25. The next dimension we need is between this line and this line. I'm going to pick the points. Here's one point, and here's the other point, left mouse click, and middle mouse line. Now this 3.8 is supposed to be 4, so I'm going to click right into it and type in 4.00, and to make it look just like the tutorial, I'm just going to drag the dimensions around.